Then you can give me the comments. Your comments are very important for me. Nobody gives the comment at all. The comments encourages the teacher. There's a little introduction of myself. थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में आपको बताता हूँ. My name is Professor Hamid Ashraf Siddiqi. I started my career from FC College Lahore. There I taught the classes from FSC to MSc classes. And you know what I taught to MSc classes? Electricity and magnetism. I taught both of the two. I had the first position in Punjab University in applied mathematics. Applied mathematics include all the applied subjects like physics. Did you know that I have studied electricity, magnetism, statistics as well, mechanics, dynamics, thermodynamics, mathematical methods of physics? It seems to be that I have studied so many subjects of physics. That's why that is the. Then I was awarded Best Teacher Award on Punjab level, and so many achievements are there. Step by step, I'll let you know that. Then I've been teaching in the various colleges in the different capacities. I love teaching. I've been head of the IT department, mathematics department, and I taught physics, information technology. I was chairman of the committee of the Rawalpindi board in computer science. So all the subjects I was involved in, all the subjects. So we start with the lecture. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our today's topic is vector addition by rectangular components. In the beginning, we'll add two vectors, A vector and B vector. Consider their rectangular components. Then we can generalize the result for many vectors. First of all, what is given? A vector and B vector, two vectors are given, and you can see here x-axis and y-axis. What is to be done first of all? Represent A vector and B vector by their reference line. Again, A vector is there. We have represented A vector. Now look, there's a vector. You can name this vector like B vector. This is B vector. And what is to be done with that? You know that how these are to be added? By head to tail rule. We can take this vector, B vector, join the tail of B vector with the head of A vector. We can join it like this. This is B vector, and we have joined the tail of exactly equal to this B vector, and we can name this as B vector. Now finally what we do that, we can join this O to P. This would be the resultant of the addition of the two vectors. Join O to P, this is O to P, and this is the resultant of the two vectors. Now name R vector can be given to this. The next step is draw perpendicular from the point P to x-axis. Draw perpendicular from P to x-axis like that. You can draw that. And next one is we can draw perpendicular MS to this line. And finally, what can we do that? We can draw perpendicular MQ on x-axis again. So this type of a figure is made. I have made this colorful figure just to make you more clear about that. Now you can consider that the same R vector is equal to the resultant of A vector and B vector by head to tail rule. It is written over there. This is the pink triangle. Now this triangle is given blue color. It is for A vector. By joining same way by head to tail rule, A vector can be written as OQ vector, but this is not the vector. This can be made vector. ये डायरेक्शन इसकी पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस वाली है, तो इसके साथ आई हैट लगाना है. OQ vector will become AXI hat. Similarly, QM vector will become AYJ hat. Do make the vectors. हेड टू टेल में हमें वेक्टर्स की ज़रूरत होती है, तो आपने ज़रूर यहाँ पर ए एक्स आई हेड और ए वाई जे हेड ज़रूर लिखते हैं. Similarly, in this green triangle, we can write down b vector is equal to bxi hat plus byj hat. It is written over there. Now, putting the values of t and b in 1, we can have r vector is equal to like this. Now we can take I hat and j hat common, and in this way we can have the x component and y component of the resultant r vector. Now you can find out the resultant of this r vector. How can we have the resultant? X component whole square plus y component whole square root of this. This is and what is the direction of r vector? The sum of y component divided by x component. इसका take it inverse लेंगे. Similarly, we can generalize the result for many vectors. If you are given with a, b, c and so on vectors, we can find out the sum of all the x components of all the vectors. Similarly, sum of all the y components of all the vectors whole square. ये दोनों को स्क्वायर कर लेते हैं. सम ऑफ एक्स कंपोनेंट सारे के सारे वेक्टर्स के सम का होल स्क्वायर प्लस सारे के सारे वेक्टर सम का होल स्क्वायर और अंडर रूट ये आर का मैग्नीट्यूड है. इसी तरह ये ऊपर देखें थीटा फॉर्मूला लिखा हुआ है, इसमें ये सम लिखा हुआ है वाई कंपोनेंट्स का. सिमिलरली वी कैन हैव थीटा इज इक्वल टू टेंजेंट इनवर्स sum of all the y components of the all vectors divided by sum of all the components of the x vector. ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. ये जनरलाइजेशन भी ध्यान में आती है, सेपरेटली मेंशन होती है. Wish you all the very best. Prepare it thoroughly, and if there's some difficulty, do let me know. All the best and Allah Hafiz.